I started the first and largest kids ballroom dance program in our state many years ago. And I often had parents with differently abled kids drop them off for my ballroom dance classes. And it was very stressful, as these kids would have learned exponentially more and faster had they been in a class where I could focus on special needs kids and teaching in a way that spoke to their hearts. But interestingly, the parents just, at least in my experience, in my little area of the world, insisted on, I'll call it mainstreaming them, and just, I want them in with the, other kids. But honestly, and of course I want them to dance and feel that joy. So I would always welcome them in, but they would rotate with everyone else and be completely lost, completely frustrated, slow down the entire class, and more importantly, learn absolutely diddly squat themselves. And ended up, so not only holding everyone else in the class back, but ultimately holding themselves back. Not that it's their fault at all. We're talking about parents here. Special needs, in my experience, has also often takes the form of behavioral issues. And I'm not a child psychologist. I don't know the proper terms for all of these things. I just know when I see it. And I've got enough kids to kind of just recognize, I guess, kind of what's in the normal bell curve of just kids being naughty, and they might need a little more help than I can offer them. And when we have kids with those behavioral type challenges, it's even more damaging to the holistic learning environment. I've even seen verbal and physical aggressiveness, never from adults, but, in a class setting, a group class setting, but certainly, some of the kids, unfortunately. And it presents itself as a profound lack of impulse control. For example, shouting out in class, being disruptive, distracting the other kids. So personal story. I had very high balconies in all three of my ballrooms. And I had a mom, who kept on bringing a kid who definitely, I think even she recognized like something was off. I think she was maybe just bringing him there to get him a health break. And because he was just very hard to manage without neglecting the rest of the class. And then I'm not supervising them. I said, if you want him to come, he's welcome, but you have to stay and supervise. And so one day I'm teaching my group of kids. I went to the restroom, and I'm gone, literally the restroom's attached to this ballroom. The door is attached to the ballroom. I open it, I go in there, I come out 1 minute later, and this kid has run all the way upstairs and is hanging off the balcony. And the mom is doing nothing. I'm honestly, to this day, is she hoping something will happen so she can sue me? I'm still gobsmacked to this day. To me, this feels like child neglect. So it is what it is. It was really disturbing and scary to me. And I did permanently kick them both out after that incident that just scared me to death. And, I'm embarrassed to admit this, guys, but I've had a school specifically for autistic children repeatedly ask me to come. They really want me to go there and teach a kids program because they know I've taught many successful kids. And I've just said, no, I can't do it. I'm not an expert, but from my personal experience, it seems to me that not only requires a good dance teacher, but someone with a legitimate degree in special education to be able to speak in a way that they understand that they can learn the fastest. And the good news is, guys, there are programs out there. I just know that it is outside of my skill set to provide that. And I'm always going to be honest with the students, or in this case, their parents, like, sorry, I just don't want to waste your time, your money, your kids, potential to maybe be doing something else or learning from someone else. Not that I unfortunately even know someone else in the state that does that, but I do know I have seen some Zumba classes in our state for differently abled kids. And I'm kind of curious, in your area of the country, is that something you've seen? Have you seen it in ballroom? I personally haven't seen it in ballroom, probably exists somewhere. But I have seen it, and I do think it would actually potentially be almost therapeutic and helpful, and they'd see growth if those kids, families, put them in like a pound class or a Zumba class. Just seems to me with that a little bit more repetition, and then they could really have that same song playing with the really strong beats so they could play along like in the pound class. Super fun. My daughter did that when she was 2, 3, 4 years old and had a blast. And I really feel that really set a good foundation for musicality, and coordination. So I hope that's been insightful. And please tell me if I've been offensive to someone. I sure hope I haven't. I just want to be honest with you in my experience. And if you do have special needs kids, perhaps instead of pursuing ballroom for them, you can try, and I always welcome them in my classes, but they might get a little bit more out of a different type of dance class. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you first thing in the morning. If you enjoy all things ballroom dance, please subscribe to our channel. And again, I am just one ballroom dance teacher. I only can share my life experience and my, limited lifetime in my little corner of the world. And I love hearing your experiences. We have many pro friends here, many experienced amateur friends here, competitors, and I really enjoy and appreciate hearing your stories, as do all of our other members on our channel. So guys, have a wonderful day. See you in the morning. Bye.